Investigators in the nightclub terror case are starting to reveal more details about the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history.
In fact, a second arrest could be days away. Here is the latest information in this case, though. Investigators are looking at reports that the terrorist, Omar Mateen, went to gay clubs and was using gay dating apps before Sunday morning's massacre. The president will also be in Orlando on Thursday, visiting with the families of the victims and the survivors.
Channel 4's Bruce Hamilton is live in Orlando. Bruce, I know you've been speaking with law enforcement on the ground there. What are they telling you this morning?
Actually, most of what they're telling me is in confidence. There are a couple of things that are going on right now. First of all, computer forensics experts have confiscated the cell phone, computer, and other social media information that Omar Mateen was using. Whether or not they've actually been able to access the cell phone data right now is a point of contention. I haven't gotten a definitive answer. But what they want to find out is, has he been in contact with anybody else who might be associated with this massacre? If so, they don't believe that that person was complicit, but they may have known something and should have come forward. That said, yesterday, the state attorney, during a news conference that was held just a little more than 24 hours ago, was asked whether or not this man acted alone. And he said they believe so, but there may be others who knew what was going on. So I went to my sources and I said, is there an arrest that's imminent? And they paused, waited a second, and said, I wouldn't say an arrest is imminent. I would say an arrest is possible. I can also tell you that about 2 blocks from where I'm standing is the Pulse nightclub, and forensics experts, crime scene investigators have been working throughout the night, mapping both the outside and the inside, picking up all the evidence they can in this case. That includes shell casings. I don't mean to be graphic here, but it also includes DNA samples, blood, and body parts. In an interview you'll see only on 4, I had a chance yesterday to talk with Orange County Sheriff Demings. And the big question I had for him was, have you ever seen anything like this? Sheriff, what appears to be the biggest challenge right now for the investigators?
Well, I believe the biggest challenge at this point is just the magnitude of the crime scene itself. And, of course, the FBI is going through that, and it has to be a very detailed review of the crisis site itself. And then just trying to understand all of the actions and the movements of Mateen in the last few days.
And that requires mapping not just the inside of the nightclub, but the outside as well. Is this a process that's going to extend for weeks?
I can't say that what you see here is going to extend for weeks, but the investigation, no doubt, will extend for weeks. Of course, all of the bodies have been removed from the scene at this point, and the medical examiner is going through that process of doing autopsies on those bodies so that they can be turned over to the families as soon as possible. I'm told that that may take another day or so to get through all of that.
You've been in law enforcement for a long time. Is there something that strikes you as, I never thought in my career I'd see this, or that strikes you as being very frustrating? Well,
this is certainly something that you won't see in most law enforcement careers ever. One particular incident in which 50 people die at one time. This is a civilized community. This isn't a war zone. And so for this to happen in America, this is an extraordinary event.
It is an extraordinary event that's brought 14 different police agencies from around the state, and even some from across the nation here. Matter of fact, the FBI special agent in charge from Jacksonville sent some of its investigators down here to help with this ongoing effort.